Hello guys. So today we're going to start with the most important and most difficult questions which were asked in your SAT exams of maths. Okay. So here I have covered up all of the questions much more elaborately. And through these questions only, you can revise your chapter also. So I've covered up the maximum number of things through these chapters. So it would be much more beneficial for you. So let us start with it. And I hope you can see the question number 1. Okay. So this will be covering up all of the questions and all of the topics which are asked in your the recent SAT exam, right? So let us come to the very first question which we have is x square plus bx plus c is given to you 0 and b and c are constant. Okay. Now if minus b plus minus b square minus 4ac is 18 and it is 10, so what is the possible value of x? Okay, you have to find the possible value of x, right? Now if you look here, right, the question is asking for your observation. You must have seen this term minus b plus minus b square under root of 4ac. You must have seen this term and this term a lot, right? Where you have seen in the equation of roots. When you solve the quadratic equation with the help of the quadratic formula, right? So what is that formula you get? X is equal to minus b plus minus under root of b square minus 4ac upon 2a. This is the quadratic formula you have for the solutions, right? For the solutions as well as for the roots. Okay, you will have two roots, one is plus and one is minus. So here it is given to you, this term, the upper term is given to you some 18, right? Now if you compare x square plus bx plus c equal to 0 with the equation ax square plus bx plus c, yeah, directly you can say that your a is 1, isn't it? Your a is 1. So this implies that 2a will be 2, isn't it? The 2a will be 2, isn't it? So what I'll do, that if I divide this equation by 2 and this equation by 2, I'll directly get the roots, isn't it? Many people, what they do here, they start finding out the value of b and c and then they put it again in the quadratic equation and they will get confused because it would be so complicated here, right? So if I divide this thing by 2, I'll get minus b plus under root of b square minus 4ac upon 2a, and a is 1. So you get this thing as 9 and again you get this thing as 5, right? So 9 and 5 are the two roots of the quadratic equation. So x will have the value 9 and 5 over here, right? How you have to do this? Just divide it by 2. Look at your observation. This thing I was able to see there, right? Okay. Now, since we have seen quadratic equation over here, let's revise some more things related to quadratic equation. Okay. So let's try to revise some more things related to quadratic equation. Okay. What are the things? See, obviously, you will have the formula, right? This is the formula for roots. Okay. Now, sum of root, if somebody asks, sum of roots, how much it is? Sum of roots is minus b by a, isn't it? Product of root, what is product of root? Product of roots is c by a, right? So these two things you have to remember, they should be on your mouth if you are preparing for set. Sum of root and products of root. Sum of root is minus b by a, product of root is c by a. Okay, again one more thing, right? If I draw a graph of quadratic equation, okay, something we call it as d, right, which we call it as discriminant, which is equal to b square minus 4ac, right? Now if this term is greater than 0, then your roots are what? Then roots are real as well as unequal, isn't it? Right? Real as well as unequal. If this term is equal to 0, then your roots are equal, right? Roots are real as well as they are equal, right? And you get d as lesser than 0, then your roots are imaginary, your roots will not be there. Okay? One more thing, right? The quadratic equation, I can represent it as ax square plus bx plus c. Yes. So if d is you are getting greater than 0, then it is cutting the x-axis, right? And remember one thing which is very important, this a will decide your concavity, whether your graph is concave upwards, whether your graph is concave downwards, right? So a, if it is positive, right, your graph will be concave upward. You can remember it by in positive circumstances, you smile, right? So your graph will be like this, like a smiley face. Okay. Now, if this a is negative, right, a is negative, then your graph will be concave downwards, right? And b square minus 4ac will tell that whether it cuts the x-axis, whether it touches the x-axis, or whether it does not touches the x-axis, right? So if b is positive, right, your graph will be like this, or it can be like this, isn't it? If roots are equal, graph is touching the x-axis, right? Or like this, and imaginary, it will like totally above and below the x-axis. So all the things I have covered up for the quadratic equation, okay? Right, sum of roots, product of roots, and these all formula, they should be there on your mouth if you are preparing for sets, right? Now let us look at the second question we have over here. What is the second question we have over here? This thing, okay? So, yeah, I mean the third question. I'll do the second question later on, okay? So, a fitness membership costs you 45 per month. All new members receive a discount of $20 of the cost, okay? And which is the function this is, right? So, new member, right? Suppose you are going to a gym. You have to, that for T time, right? For T days, I'll join the gym, right? So there will be the first day and there will be the day after T days, right? 45 per month, right? For the first month, right? For T months you are joining, right? And in the first month, you'll receive a discount of 20, isn't it? So for first month, the cost will be just 25 because you have got the discount, isn't it? Now from the second month, your cost will be 45, right? For T days you are joining, okay? So T days. So this is for the first. So how many days will be remaining? T minus 1, right? Many people, what they do, they directly do 25 plus 45t. No, 1 is gone. So the left would be t minus 1. So the answer will be c of t. That is the function will be 25 plus 45 t minus 1. This is the answer. Okay. This is the answer which you get. Okay. T you have joined. So t minus 1 will be remaining. Okay. Now let us see. I can guarantee you this type of question will be there. Guarantee you, I can guarantee you two types of question, this type of questions will be there in your SAT. Okay, right. So the population of city was 2.6 times its population in 1999 than in 2000, right? So suppose your population, right, was 1, right? When in 1999, right? So in 2000, how much it becomes? 2.6 times. So it becomes 2.6, isn't it? Suppose your population was K, so it becomes 2.6K. How much it increased? Remember, right? You'll do directly 2.6 divided by 100 and then times 100, you'll say no. And it will be there in the option also, right? So increased they are asking, right? So how much they increase? They increase by 1.6K, okay? Right? So 1.6 they increase. It was K before times 100, right? So actually your answer will be 160%. Okay. This will be your answer. The increase they are asking. Great. Now let us come to the exponents. This is also a very important one. Okay. And you will also get this question repeatedly. Okay. So 232, right? Times under root of 32 and 64 to the power 5, right? 1 over 5. Okay. This is what it is given. So 32 is what? 2 to the power 5. Yeah. I can write, and this will be power 1 by 2, right? Base is same, right? Power to the power is happening, so power will multiply. You can remember that a to the power m times n is equal to a to the power m times n, isn't it? Now you have under root of to the power 5, sorry, to the 6, isn't it? Right. So what you have 2 to the power 5, this will multiply, so 5 by 2 again, right? And then you have 2 to the power 6, and this will be multiplied by 1 by 5, right? Basis same, power will be added. You remember this thing, a to the power m times a to the power n is equal to a to the power m plus n, right? So what you have 2 to the power 5 over 2 plus 6 over 5. Yes. This is what you'll be having, right? So 25 plus 1, 37, and then you'll be have 10. So 2 to the power 37 over 10. This is what your answer will be. Okay, right. See, 6 have the factor as 3, so this option is already cut. Okay, now this is you can say 2 to the power 3, right? 2 to the power 3. You can take it in front, right? So I'll multiply and divide by 2 to the power 3. So 8 times I can write 37 minus, so 2 to the power 7 by 10 I can write. Okay, so the answer will be C, 2 to the power 7 by 10. Right, great. Okay, now we come to this thing, right? So which of the following could be the graph of this? Okay, this is the graph you have to find, obviously, right? You can find the asymptotes, right? If you find the y asymptotes, what will be happening over here, that x equal to -2, this graph is reaching towards infinity, isn't it? So I will find the graph x equal to -2. Okay. And if y you have to find out, what you'll do, you'll take the ratio of the coefficient. So -4 upon 1. So y you'll get -4 upon 1, isn't it? Yeah. So your graph, and one more thing you can do is that at x equal to 0, right? You can check where it is cutting. Okay. If you put x equal to 0 here, right? What you'll get? -4 times 0 plus 16 upon 0 plus 2. So you'll get 8. So x equal to 0, why we are getting 8. Okay. So it is this graph, D part. Okay. X equal to 0, it is getting 2. Right here, it is -2 and 4. Okay. So this one is also. Let's see about this question. Okay, so in triangle DEF, point G shows on DE. If the measure of angle DFG is x degree and the measure of triangle GFE is y degree, what is the value of cos x minus sin y? Okay. So I'll keep the video till here. I don't want to make it much more. If you really like the video, you can tell me that you can continue this series. Okay. Bye bye. Take care. Have a nice day.